Okay, so this time I am not going to use the scale because I have this fraction right here, and that would require that I cut my variable into different pieces. So instead, I'm going to just use the drawings and then solve it using the standard algorithm. So I like starting with pictures. So if I have x divided by 4 equals -2, what this means is x is this box. We have been talking about x representing a box, right? So I have a box. However, this box is being cut into 4 sections. So there's 4 sections. And this piece right here is 1/4 or x divided by 4. That's representing this little piece. Keep in mind that when we're solving for x, we're trying to say, hey, how much do we have in the entire box, right? The entire box is x. So here's what I know. I know that 1/4 of this box is equal to -2. So that means that I have 2 negatives in 1/4 of it. Well, if that's the case, I now want to know how many are in the entire box. Well, we divided each section equally into fourths, and if 1/4 of it has 2 pieces, then every single fourth is going to have 2 pieces in there. Therefore, that means that I have 4 sections and each one has 2 negatives. That means that x, right, here's our x, is going to be equal to -8. I have 8 negative pieces altogether inside that box. So now, if we're just using the standard algorithm, we say, hey, the equal sign separates the left side from the right side of my equation. The goal is to isolate the variable, right? Leave the x by itself. When we have a fraction, we know that that represents division. So I'm going to need the inverse operation, and the inverse operation for division is multiplication. So that means I will need to multiply both sides by 4. We know that 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 1x is just x. A negative times a positive equals a negative, and 2 times 4 would be 8. So both of them will give us the same answer. We should always check our answer, right? To check my answer, I can take my answer, plug it back into the original equation, and see if it gives me a true statement. So x is -8. -8 divided by 4, is that equal to -2? And that's true. -8 negative divided by a positive equals a negative. 8 divided by 4 is 2, so -2. Perfect. It checks.